I'd first like to clarify why I'm here. It says on the agenda, requesting permission to address council regarding process at council meeting. No, that isn't what I had specified on the form. I had specified that I'm speaking about the process of actually getting here to speak to council.
Sure.
And with that, I have some handouts, if I may give everybody.
Please, yeah, we'll be glad to get them. Okay.
I invite you to follow along with me as to what a Saskatoon citizen must go through in order to come to a council meeting to try to address an issue by making a presentation to you. Your web pages make this an exercise in frustration. It is no wonder that people sometimes throw up their hands and say, to heck with it, I'll just keep complaining when I'm annoyed. Trying to get council attention and their action becomes an exercise in sometimes ridiculous. I have supplied each of you with a copy of the web pages that the city has put on its website and that Saskatoon citizens must try to navigate and understand in order to interface with council. First, let me direct you to the Interacting with Council webpage, beginning with item 4, issue. If you read what is on the web page, my issue is you are reading this on a computer. You will probably navigate to the where there is a provision for sending an ether letter email to City Council. Where is that information? Why is this not mentioned in the 4? And must I still mail a letter? Number 5, no issues. Number 6, no issues. Number 7, no issues. Number 8, it tells me I will receive a letter from the city clerk's office advising me of the action taken by council or committee and what will happen next, if anything. Last time I spoke to council, I received no letter. I did receive an email that advised me that council thanked me for my presentation. I was never informed of anything else, but was very delighted to hear in the newspaper that there is a snow removal budget. Now, being cognizant of the 5-minute rule, let us move to the second web page that allows Saskatoon citizens the means to interact with council. Write a letter to council. If City Council, my first point of misunderstanding and questioning begins with the single underlined portion of the second paragraph. If City Council receives your letter but does not take any further action, you will not receive any further notification. I'm being informed that I will not receive a response to my letter email if City Council does not take further action. What does action mean? And what exactly does further action mean? Second point that is a mystery to me is the double underlined portion of the second paragraph. However, if City Council takes any other action, you will receive a written response from the City Clerk's office. If City Council takes any other action, and I didn't understand what action meant, I don't know what further action means, and now I'm being presented with other action that will trigger a response from the City Clerk. All I can do with that is, now having gone through the truly unintelligible bits, we get to the entertaining bits. One being the first 2 sentences of the paragraph 3. If you wish to speak to council, you need to say so in your letter. You will then be given an opportunity to speak at the next council meeting. So all I have to do is, if I want to speak to council, is tell you in the letter, and I can. Is this the action that is spoken of in the previous paragraph, that I will be allowed to speak to council? And the last sentence of the 3rd paragraph. You will not receive any notice or confirmation prior to the meeting. About what? About being able to speak to council? But you said all I needed to do was say I wish to speak to council, and I could. This continues with, you will receive an email from the city clerk's office afterwards advising of the action taken by city council. What is the action? What is the action that keeps being brought up? So, obviously my being allowed to speak to council was not the action, but now I will receive an email advising me of the action after the meeting. At least I'll find out what the action is, I guess. Nothing else so far has made any sense. And it keeps getting worse. When filling out the form, please remember too, what happened to the letter that I was supposed to write? So I go to the form. On the form you must fill out, you are told, you must include a valid email address in order to receive a response to your letter. So I include a valid email and then I'll get a response to my letter. But you've already told me 4 times I will not receive a response to my letter until afterwards, which I think means after the council meeting, but then again, I really don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what the action means. I speak English. I'm an English language educator. English vocabulary